Maddie here. Thank you for coming back for another week, another book here on my channel. Or if this is your first time, welcome. We're happy to have you here. This channel is used to rant and ramble and rave about books. Mostly cute, fun, great books. We have this thing called the Maddie Guarantee, which means at the end of the book, no matter what may happen, your people, usually your couple, are both alive and together. Those are the two things we guarantee, alive and together. This week we're in for a doozy. This is a low-key part one because we're going to be talking about a duology series with 2 books. This week we're talking about, and it's so funny because I don't have physical copies of a lot of the books I talk about because I either got them from the library, I have ebook versions of them, so I only have so many physical books. I have almost 400, which is awesome sauce. We can go off on a side tangent about my awesome scanner later. But this is one of the few books I actually have a physical copy of. So this week we're talking about Spin at the Dawn by Elizabeth Lim. And before we get into it, let's read the synopsis. A Girl in Disguise, 3 Legendary Dresses, the competition of a lifetime. Mia Tamarin dreams of becoming the greatest dressmaker in the land, and when a royal messenger summons her father to the court, she sees her opportunity. Once a tailor of great renown, her father is too infirm to travel, so Maya poses as his son and travels to the palace in his place, joining 11 other tailors in a competition to become the imperial tailor. She knows her life is forfeit if her secret is discovered. As a woman, she'd never be allowed to compete, but she'll take that risk to save her family from ruin and follow her dream. The competition is cutthroat, and her task is complicated by Eden, the court enchanter, whose piercing eyes seem to see straight through Maya's disguise. But nothing could have prepared her for the final challenge to sew 3 magical gowns that will take her on a journey to the far reaches of the kingdom, seeking the sun, the moon, and the stars, and finding more than she ever could have imagined. This book, let me tell you, this book, so good. Maybe it's more well known than I think, but it's not as well known as I feel like it should be. Although, to be fair, I don't actually hang out or talk to a lot of readers that read like the exact same thing as me. So I have lots of books that I love and like not necessarily people to talk to about them. Although I know for a fact my little sister has read or is reading this duology. I think she's already read it. I know she's at least read the first one. I think. So this book, it sets the bar so high. It's one of those books that, not that I'm like sad or upset or anything that I read it, but it sets the bar so high, and it like kind of reminds me that truly great books are out there, because I do read a lot of cutesy, kind of almost Hallmark-esque books that aren't super deep, that aren't super complicated. You know what's going to happen. And this book is just not those things. And I know another synopsis of it. It's kind of a like Mulan-esque retelling, because yes, she has to dress up as a man. She's not allowed to be a woman because this is set in kind of ancient pseudo-Asia area. I can't remember the specific name of the country or whatever, but it's set in ancient Asia is the best way to put it. Yes, so if she, by dressing as a man when she is a woman, yeah, like I said, her life is forfeit. That's just so beyond not allowed. The synopsis just doesn't do it justice. I say this in my blog, and I'm going to say it because I think it's okay. The competition is like a third of this book, less than. The competition is only about 100 pages of the entire book, and the book is like 387 pages. And the competition is only about 100 of those pages. So like a fourth of this book, because so much more happens. So we have this competition and stuff happens. And the kind of ending of the competition, the like final stage, whatever, is to create 3 dresses using the sun, the moon, and the stars. And that's not just like a metaphorical like yellow, white, and blue or whatever, however you want to interpret sun, moon, and stars. It's not just like this vague thing. It is, no, she actually has to get like the tears of the sun, the blood of the moon, or it's like the laughter of the sun, the blood of the moon, and the tears of the stars, or something weird and wild like that, because they are actual kind of like physical things she needs to get and incorporate into the dresses themselves. It's wild and so cool and so crazy. And I don't feel bad telling you these things because you find out about them relatively quickly into the book, that this is now the challenge she has to complete in order to kind of complete the competition in order to become the imperial tailor. This, like I said, the synopsis does not do this book justice because it is just telling you about the first fourth of the book with like Nothing prepared her for the final challenge. Wait, it's literally the last sentence. The last sentence of the synopsis is the last 3/4 of the book. And it's so good. And it's so crazy. And it's so wild. And what's absolutely fascinating about this is things she has to do to get these items are all very different, very unique, very challenging, and so well like blended into the story of this world. And so they're not these things that are like, that doesn't make sense for the world that we've created, or like that's just too far out there, that's too magical, or that's too this or whatever. No, it's very on par with this, the world building of Lim. Like she does such an incredible job of creating this kingdom, of this world, of this arena of magic, but in such a I don't even want to say subtle, because subtle is not quite the right word. It's not that it's not in your face, but like it's so just blended into this world and into this character, into her story and her history and this like kingdom story and history. It's so wild and so beautiful. And I was so on my toes like this entire book because it's so wild and so crazy, and you just can't even imagine what's going to happen, and you have no idea what's coming, and it's so amazing and so awesome and so good. And so unique and so creative and just so beautifully done. It is so well written. It is so creative and so interesting. And you just can't not read it. Genuinely. You start this book and you can't not be excited about it. It's just so its own thing. It's not anything other than Spin the Dawn. It's hard to equate it to anything else because it's in a category as all its own in the most profound way possible. And so I so recommend this book because it's so good. It's so wild because it's been a minute since I first read this book, but it still just resonates with me. It's so at the forefront of my mind, all those moments of the like, what? Wow, that's so cool. That's so creative. That's so interesting, of how she creates these challenges and how she completes these challenges and how she works her way around just really difficult, complicated, confusing, almost embarrassing situations, especially with her trying to be a man when she's a woman and all these things. It's so, I know that I'm not forming words well right now because I'm just like so in my head and my mind and my emotions about how great this book is. And I hope that that's being conveyed in a way that's positive and making you want to read this book, as opposed to being like, there was this incoherent rambling about this book, so I have no idea what's it about or if I even want to read it. You should read it because you've got these characters that are amazing. The circumstances are exceptional. The conflict, the tasks, the resolution, all of it just so beautifully goes together because this is so much more than, oh, it's got really good characters, or, it's really good world building, or the writing's really nice. You get all of these pieces together that create this story that resonates with you. It's not relatable at all. It's not relatable. It's not relatable. I've never pretended to be a man when I was a woman because I wasn't allowed to be a woman. I've never completed magical challenges. I've never tried to sew the tears of the moon into a dress. It's not relatable, but it is profound. It gets its claws in you and it just like holds you there. Like I said, none of it's predictable. It follows a normal story that, you've got conflict and resolution and relationships building, relationships breaking, and like it has all the normal pieces of a story, but you don't know how it's going to happen. You don't know how things are going to get resolved. You don't know what the next thing that's going to happen is. You genuinely don't. And that's what's so incredible about this, is that she's managed to make a story so unique that it's not predictable, which I feel like is kind of hard to do. You can maybe have like one plot twist that you're like, what? That's crazy. And then like the rest of it, you're like, I could have guessed that. As much as I love that there are so many books coming out, I feel like it's getting harder and harder and harder to have a book that isn't predictable, that isn't like, yeah, no, that's who I was expecting. That's what I predicted. This book just like hits all those marks, and I want more people to read it so that what I am doing now, I want people to do to me. I want people to read this book and then tell me what they thought about it. I want to know what you thought of the challenges, what you thought of the competition, what you thought of like the different characters. I would love to know. I need more people to read it so that we can talk about it because it's so good. It's so good. And more people need to read it. So with that hype of that, because I can't really say much more without giving stuff away and being vague, like the characters, the family, the relationship. If you're watching this video when it's released, go read the book so that 2 weeks from now, when the next video comes out about the second book, you can watch that video without things getting spoiled. So then you can then read the second book. If you're watching this not when it's first released, watch this video, read the book, so you can watch the second video, so you can read the second book. You've got 2 weeks. If you're watching this when this is released, you've got 2 weeks until the next video. So you've got time to read the book. You got this. You can do it. I believe in you. It's amazing. It's worth it. Go read the book. Once you finish it, go watch my next video and then read the second book. So with all of that incoherent rambling about how awesome this book is, because it's awesome. It's so good. It's so good. I need people to know that it's good, and that it's good for more than just it makes you feel good, or it's fun, or it's, just it's cute. It's there. It exists and it's good. No, it is so much deeper than that. And that's, while I love talking about my cute fun books, I love my cute fun books. I love my predictable books. We love those things. I also love being able to bring to you these really deep, really profound, really just like mind-blowingly like intense and well thought out books. I love being able to bring you some of these every once in a while to sprinkle in with our cutesy fun books. So with all of that, I hope you have a great rest of your day. I hope you have a great night, great week, great weekend, great month, great year. I hope you have all the greats because you're truly worthy and deserving of them. So until next time, 再见. Bye.